շնորհավորություն։ Ինչի լեզվալի։ Տոնի վրա կա։
Okay, thank you.
Փոխում է եղբայր սրանով։ Թող օդի մեջ պահում ես, ոչ չի փոխում, ահա։
Okay, լավ,
Հաստատ փոխում է։
Okay. I'll be very short, introducing map of pleasures. So what's a map of pleasures? It's for tourists who are in exotic countries where are high risks, and it's guiding tourists through local nightlife in a safe and responsible manner. Our core values are safety of our users and their anonymity. Here's the picture, it's tourists, and there are a lot of scams, there are a lot of uncertainties, and to get to the pleasures, we have started this project. What we have already now, it's about more than 400 downloads per month, and it's absolutely without any promotion, without even no website, no design, no content, very poor content, and it was during low season in Thailand, and it's only in Thailand. We are piloting it. It was done for testing of the proof of concept. What we have in Thailand, only, for example, the market size. In 2002, there were 11 million tourists, and about 5 million tourists only went there for the nightlife. In 2014, we have 26 million tourists, but there is no numbers about nightlife tourists, and the average spending per day is $130 of these tourists. And are they ready to pay? This is one of the reviews from our users, and it says that the app is a great idea, but it lacks of content. And the users are ready to pay for the content. That's why we have this dilemma: it's content blocking or feature blocking for now, and we are going to test it during the next couple of months. And also another model is B2B with business owners of the places, because there are more than 3,000 places in Thailand, only in Thailand. Here are milestones, and I want to mention this is copied from previous presentations. We are very strict with our deadlines, and the idea was developed in Microsoft Innovation Center during the first acceleration. And iOS app was launched in May, and proof of concept, this stable number of downloads, we saw in August. Now our next steps is Android will be launched during the next week. Finally, we will make market research and try to figure out what's the break-even point. And also proof of concept of the viable product. And all this will be done before March 2015, and then we are planning to go for the second stage of investments. Okay, so what we have now, we have first investment, and our plan is to enhance, in case of positive break-even financial forecast, for enhancement to Brazil, Costa Rica, Mexico, and Netherlands, etc., the countries which are famous with their nightlife. So for now, we are asking you just to remember us, and you can follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. And here's the team, core team, people who assist us, and our mentors. Okay, thank you.
Just to make sure.
What?
Thank you. Just to make sure I'm understanding the concept. So you have an app that, is it geolocation based? And it tells you where
the nightlife venues, and it tells about risks there. It tells about tips, potential scams, and also It provides information about costs, about popularity of the place.
Okay, and where are you getting this data?
This data we are getting from our Thailand partner.
Okay, who, like, is it some guy who lives in Thailand? Like, are you?
It's
like,
an IT person in Thailand, and he also works as a tourist guide during peak season.
Okay.
Can you talk about a little bit from your team?
Okay, this is our core team. I'm running the startup. Marina is responsible for the marketing issues. Hovanes is our CTO. Nana and David are our interns. We have interns. And also we have people with whom we cooperate, and outsourcing them different issues is development or design issues. And also our mentors. Our mentors is Garik Petrosyan from Essential Solutions, Arsen Gevorkyan from SFL, and also Hai Kayserian from Kai Web Angels from New York.
Why did you choose these harsh conditions, not the most favorable conditions for your testing? Because if you want to pitch this for like a successful project, maybe it would be better to check if it works in the best conditions first.
What you mean under best conditions, sir?
You said your numbers are coming from the low season, no advertisement, poor content, everything. So you kind of said whatever bad is possible about the situation. Why don't you check it with a good situation, high season, everything's fine, everything's great, to see if it really works well?
Okay. We started in May. In May it was low season in Thailand. High season starts from October. And we decided just to launch the app, a very crappy version, and see if people download it organically. After receiving that people download it organically, we are now focusing on detailed market research during the peak season. Here's the strategy.
So you're saying you're focused on nightlife. Is it about sexual services or not only?
It includes also sexual services.
The thing is, when you Google it, that's most of the stuff that you get, and it's not even necessarily your product, but you get a lot of like sex websites. So you're aware of that. You're okay with being associated with that.
I know we have a lot of competitors in the sphere, but serious competitors are on the desktop. We are providing mobile guide, and here's our advantage.
Just wanted to make sure.
Okay.
Yeah, just a quick question. So you are getting this data from just a single person living in Thailand who is a travel guide, right?
No, we are hiring people. That guy is hiring people who goes to the places and have interviews with owners, provides his personal assessment, first assessment, and then the assessment of the places is user generated. So after the second assessment, third assessment of the place, so the rate of the place, it will become really user generated.
Is it in-house or these are freelancers?
These are freelancers.
I see, okay.
So just a question, what's the goal for you for the presentation?
It's improving my presentation skills, first of all.
Okay. Other than improving your presentation skills, I mean, that's great that you're practicing, but like, what do you want to achieve with this audience?
Also, I want to listen feedback from you and introduce the project. Introduce that there is such idea, and probably if we get a positive financial forecast and we decided to continue the project, our next step probably will be going for accelerator outboard.
Okay. So just as a tip, like for the generic structure, go to like how to pitch to VC, Dave McClure. Just look at the standard structure because there was a lot of things missing, and just get this right in terms of practicing the pitch. Because especially things like team, that was the same with the previous part. I really want to know about you guys. I want to know about what have you done before and why are you doing this, and that's extremely important to me. And then obviously next step is how does the landscape look like, the competition and everything else.
Okay, sure.
Yeah.
Thank you, Ambarsum. So the next startup is GG Taxi, and Focus is going to get ready.
Կճարեմ պրոյեկտը կանենք մանրակները բերենք Innoweekend-ի մոտ։
So, my apologies, just the projector is overheated. So, yeah.
Ani projector needs.
Yeah, we might do one while we will bring the new projector.
Let's go.
No.
Is it going online?
Hi everybody, my name is Khachatur. I'm co-founder of Gigitaxi, and I want to tell you that it's a special day today for me, because we are here in Gymri. My both grandmas were born here, but I'm first time here today. And I want to, before I will tell you about our product, I want to show you our team. It's Hauchun Markarian, Haik Bulurtsan, Teresa Vanyan, Andanik Zurabian, Artashes Tovasan. Please stand up, everybody. So, and today is birthday of David and Meher. Happy birthday. They are from our team too. Stand up. So I think the team is the main thing. I can speak a lot about our product and so on, but it's not the main. The main is the team. So, because the time is very limited, I don't want to tell you about the problem, because you know what is Uber, for example. We are solving the same problem. You can order a taxi cab or a car with using our application. So we have already traction, which I want to show you. We have 100 orders per day today. I know that many of you are using Gigitaxi. Please put your hands up who use Gigitaxi. So I guess 20 or 25% of the people here is using already our application. And we have 30% organic growth monthly, And if this number will be the same, in 1 year we will do more than 1,500 orders per day. We are, as you understand, we have revenue right now. It's around $700, and because we are dispatching the system with my partner Artashes, who is here, it's already profitable. Our revenue streams are simple. We charge 25 cents per drive from driver, and it's the lowest cost for such kind of applications all over the world. And we are positioning our startup for emerging markets especially, because competition in Western countries are very strong, but we have a big opportunity to become a big company like Uber is in Soviet Union, in former Soviet Union countries, like Georgia, Kazakhstan, Russia, and other places. So purpose for our purpose for next year is to be presented in Russia and Georgia too. So, time is over. Okay, thank you.
First of all, congratulations. I have a couple of questions because I'm from Turkey and we have such an app in Turkey which is very, very successful, and the founder is a friend of mine, so I know very well the business model. So first of all, what are your premium services that you just mentioned? There was a line saying premium services.
We have launched economy mode right now. Premium services will be launched next year. So when we say premium services, it means that cabs can be class Mercedes or S-class Mercedes. We are working on that. It's in process now. We are gaining drivers. We are speaking with them. We want to understand the price of this kind of service, which will work in Armenia. Okay. And it's very hard to understand which price is correct one. And if we will do it right way, it will work, and otherwise it can fail. So we are trying to understand that right now.
Are those cabs regular official cabs, or just like Uber? These are private transport services.
No, all our partners are private services. Okay. So first we were working with taxi services like companies, but we understand that it's bad way of doing this business. Though Yandex Taxi is doing the same in Moscow.
Okay. Do Yandex have a presence here? Does Yandex have
in Armenia?
Yes.
No, not yet.
Okay, so what do you do for customer acquisition?
So I want to tell you that we figured out price per one customer acquisition right now, and now we're working on solving the same problem with drivers. To acquire a driver is much harder than to acquire a user. The main problem is to have a lot of cabs in the city. That's the case. And we are using Facebook. We are using we will use calls to our registered users to understand their problems, to speak with them. That's it.
Okay.
And it works right now.
Very good. Actually, after this one, I want to give you some ideas from that startup, because it worked very well and they had a huge growth. So, do you need any money? Are you raising money?
We want to raise money right now. We are working on the task. Yes, we need money for going to Georgia and Russia as well.
Great, congratulations.
Yeah, quick question. So, what's the strategic advantage of the service? Let's say you said that you'd like to penetrate into the Russian market, right? So I believe there should be some kind of program like that already, some kind of app already in Russia. No?
So there are a lot of apps in Russia. There's Yandex Taxi, which is their giant search engine application, which not application but platform, yes, which has no problem with advertisement, and they are the number one in Moscow. But if you open their map, you will see that they haven't cabs near the Moscow, and they haven't presented in other cities of this big country. And as you know, there are a lot of Armenians in Russia, and if we work right way, we can acquire, for example, 3 or 4 or even 10 cities as big as Yerevan in Armenia.
In your opinion, what's your main competitive?
There are several competitive advantages. One of them, for example, is cheap R&D resources, for example, which are much expensive for Yandex and is even much expensive for Uber. Though they have a lot of money, it's not a problem for them. And plus, we have one more competitive advantage. This is our Spurk, yes, it's our diaspora in Soviet Union, so it will be easy to acquire users in there.
So, as I understood, the main idea is to get Armenian service, so for Armenians mainly dedicated, right?
No, not for only Armenians. I mean, the start will be easy to go, for example, to a city like Krasnodar, where 30 or 40% of the population and the roots of them are Armenians. So we understand the market. It's like in our blood. We know how to speak to people. I don't mean I know. I mean we Armenians know how to do business in Russia. It will be harder to do this for Uber. It will be more expensive to do this for Uber. And Yandex Taxi is the 10th product of Yandex, so it's not interesting for them, as it is for us. It's our main bread and butter, and for them it's like I have a successful A product, B product, C product, and this 10th product. If their 10th product will be not successful, it's not about very big tragedy for them.
Do you know how big is the market for this opportunity?
Oh, I will show you. So, Moscow's market is empty for 70%. It's independent sources, and their market is estimated for $3 billion. We have Yerevan market, it's $70 million per year, and Georgia, Kazakhstan, and Russia, it's about $5 billion. Thank you, too.
Okay, so thank you, Hachatu. So the next startup is Forkeyes and Skycrypter. Get ready.
Hi, everybody. Hi, we are Forkeyes, and we help mobile app owners to understand their users better and retain them better. You can think of it as a brain inside mobile app. 2 weeks ago, our first early stage customer has integrated Forkeyes, and his problem is common among millions of mobile apps. According to Localytics, one of the largest analytics company, only 40% of acquired users are opening mobile app more than 10 times. So app owners are spending money and losing around 60% of acquired users in a short time period. And the reason behind this is that app owners are delivering the same prices, same notifications, same level difficulty to all their users. And when everything is same for every user, it cannot fit lots of user needs. And there are companies who invest a lot of resources as to understand who is the user and deliver them the right thing at the right time. But maintaining such infrastructure internally will cost you lots of resources. And if you are not at Facebook scale or eBay scale, then Forkeyes is the right solution for you. It's a cross-platform SDK and a web dashboard. Once our cross SDK is integrated, we can identify every person who comes into your app, who they are, what they are doing, do they spend, do they not spend, anything. And then through our web dashboard, you can create user buckets based on user past behavior, location, amount of money they have spent. And once you have user buckets, then you can send them various experiences in real time through our web dashboard. Imagine you can make game level much easier for only those users who fail level more than 3 times, or send special notifications to only top buyers. Forkeyes is a great solution for millions of mobile apps and all e-commerce platforms, video streaming and sharing platforms, but for now we are targeting just mobile games market. I was Facebook game developer. So we have created a great technology which can answer any question on top of 5 billion data points in less than a second. And this technology enables us to enter market with a free, huge package, 2 million data points, and we have a simple pay-as-you-go model. All our competitors are startups. They raised more than 30 million in last year. We have better, our free package is quite huge. We are covering around 50% of their priced packages. And on bigger use cases, we are around 2 times cheaper. We have better analytics and segmentation, and our dynamic variable feature can personalize even every single user mobile experience. Think of it like a recommendation engine, something like that. So, team behind Forkies, we are 4 members who committed full time.
The time is over.
Thank you. Yeah, but what I will say that we are asking for 500K.
Yeah, and 5 minutes for Q&A station. 5 minutes.
You connected the dropout rate of like incredible 60% with the developers not knowing what to do with their customers. But won't it be a problem when your developers, by using your system, will figure out that the real problem is because the games are stupid or the play is not interesting? So you will end up with many unsatisfied customers because they will see that with all of the brain added, there is no use.
You know, nowadays, when the mobile market is enormous and competition is tough, it's quite hard to acquire users and retain them. And yeah, sure, maybe some of app owners don't know about personalization, but personalization becoming a trend, and after several years, I think data demand will grow, and use of analytics and personalization will grow a lot. So we think that we should educate our users, as today Ruben mentioned, and show them that, yeah, personalization can work well for this use case, for example, for e-commerce apps.
I understand that, but the point is that you are now selling higher user retention. My problem is that most of your customers will figure out that there is no help with your brain power. They will figure out that the low user retention is just because their game is not interesting. That whatever you do, it's going to be not interesting anyway. And the gaming business is actually like that. You have like nice shots, and you have many failures. And failures are coming from the very reason, I mean, the very nature of the game. It's not because there is a wrong targeting of a particular customer, right?
Sure, I agree, but there are use cases when, let's say, you are offering 200 bonus points for every user, but maybe you can deal it another way and retain some more users.
Yeah, I agree.
It will give you time to
I agree. My problem is that your customers are buying the wrong product from you. That's the problem. The promise is too risky, to my understanding.
Thank you.
Can you just explain what you would do with the 500K? Just briefly, like where you would allocate that right now? Is the product completely done?
We are in private beta stage, as I said. Yeah, we will develop SDKs for mobile platforms like Android, Windows Phone, BlackBerry, let's say. We have REST API for now, and we will allocate this 500K to scale forecast and develop our dynamic variable features. Let's say, think of it. You can for each user you can personalize their experience based on. For example, you are viewing some items in some e-commerce website, and they are suggesting you the items based on your interest. So we can do that. Our competitors are not doing that. So we want money to develop this feature, and mainly 30% of required money is for R&D, 20% for marketing, and like that. I can send you some financial projections.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
So the pinner is going to get ready. Pinner, the next.
Hi, my name is Aram Jivanyan and I present my startup SkyCrypter, which goal is to secure our data in public cloud storages, but without compromising the cloud's usability and convenience. In one of his recent talks, Snowden advised to get rid of Dropbox. And because of not only Dropbox, but many cloud providers, they take and can read all information we store there. Due to this reason, when I was doing a research work for Samsung, we were not allowed to use these services for collaboration, although it would greatly simplify our work. And in many countries, there are many different law regulations prohibiting specific companies to use these services because they cannot share their data with untrusted third parties, including cloud providers. So for all individuals and companies caring about their data security and still wanting to benefit from the cloud storage advantages, the only solution is use some cloud encryption gateway, which will encrypt the data before they are uploaded to cloud, so nobody, including the provider, will not be able to read them. But the usage of cloud encryption gateway greatly compromises the usability of cloud because of, first of all, it eliminates the search functionality and makes hard the sharing and collaboration. So SkyCrypter is a cloud encryption gateway with three fundamental advantages. First of all, we implement searchable encryption. Next, we allow secure sharing, which means the user can share his data and only the dedicated recipients will be able to access it. So if someone will steal your link, he will not be able to read it. And the most important thing, we still provide a zero-knowledge solution, which means we never learn any secret of users, including his secret keys used during encryption or the keywords used during search. The last feature is possible due to our proprietary searchable encryption algorithm. So there are plenty of cloud encryption gateways now, but none of them employ searchable encryption, and really a few of them are really zero knowledge. Even our biggest competitors are not zero knowledge. The market is huge. According to Gartner, the number of subscription to public cloud storages will hit the 1.7 billion at 2017. And our main revenue streams will come from businesses. We will have a different price plans for different size of organizations. Now me and my 10-year friend Azad are working on this project. I'm the inventor of searchable encryption algorithm, the cryptographer, and Azad handles the development. And we want to raise 1,030K at first for filing patent, next developing the service and grabbing the first alpha corporate clients. Thank you.
So about the competition. So first of all, you're saying that you have built searchable encryption. And then on the competition slide, you also say that you're more secure. Can you show the competition slide again?
Sure.
Do you know how much funding your competition has raised?
Yeah.
How much?
Okay, one moment, please. Okay.
All right, let's do it without the slides.
Okay, there is encryptedcloud.com, boxcrypter.com, which raises 2 million. Encrypted Cloud raises about 2 million. The biggest competitor is Cypher Cloud, which raises 30 million from Anderson Horowitz, but its business model is different. He keeps index and all data at user sites. So it's not a cloud-based solution. The Sukasa.com raises 5 millions, and he doesn't allow searchable encryption, and he is not zero knowledge. He generates secret keys instead of users. So potentially he can read the user's data.
Okay, so when I see, as we see, if I see this slide, I right away place a question mark why you would be more secure and more convenient versus competitors that
Okay, so from the point of security, we are on the same line as boxcrypter because we are both zero knowledge. We doesn't learn any information about users, but boxcrypter doesn't allow search over encrypted data. So the usage of the services, so it's eliminated the search. If you have big data and you cannot search it, access it easily, I think it's convenience.
Right. Look, another thing then, without going too much detail here, on the business side, so you both have a technical background, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm more a research guy and Dazad is a developer.
Okay, so how are you going to grow business? So how are you going to actually acquire customers? What's the strategy there?
So the first point will be grab potential customers from here. I have spoken with 2 potential clients here in Armenia. And next we will expand, we will hire some business people to go after having the full working service and after testing it on beta clients, alpha clients.
Okay.
So just a quick question. So where do you keep the keys? Is it in the cloud?
No. All encryption and decryption, which use the keys, are done at user site.
At user.
So the
only
keys are
user-
generated and stored on user devices, mobile devices or desktop clients.
Let's say if I would like to access the data from my mobile device, and
Mhm.
so this is the first time I'm using. So I log in, and so I get it
You
generated.
download from your mobile devices. You download the app which generates the secret key or initializes it and stores the secret key on mobile device.
On mobile device, I see. And so it uses the same key to decrypt the data from the cloud.
Yeah. Instead, the approach is you have one private key and all other keys used for file encryption are encrypted on your private key.
I see. So, and do you know the Smart Vault? The service, Smart Vault, it's called.
Smart Vault?
Yeah.
No, I
keeping
know
the files.
Vault.
So it's a service for keeping the files secure storage, and so it seems like they have the advertising, and it's like my computer. So you go there and search for files. So so how will you go into convincing the people that you are not having some kind of data, and to convince them that you are zero, as you mentioned, zero knowledge? So is there some kind of certification that you may show them, or?
Yeah. We will get some certification from trusted authorities. There is a company, security companies, which give that.
But is there something like that right now in the standard? Is there something like that? So can you get some kind of certification, or it's just you claim it that this is zero knowledge?
No, now I have no certification, but we will be zero knowledge. We'll come, and for convincing the users, we should have some certification, I think.
Okay.
For sure.
A quick question. From my understanding, I need to replace Dropbox app, right? Because I have to use your app to access my Dropbox files. So you need to provide all the features that Dropbox is providing in your app. So if you want to expand, you have to provide every single feature that Box that does have, and Dropbox does have, and Azure does have, whatever.
So I spoke about the 2 important features: sharing and search on cloud data.
Okay.
Yes, and our service should be as easy to use as Dropbox.
I understand everything, but if I use your mobile app, I need to have all the features that Dropbox is providing, like sharing the link. I'm just wondering what.
One question though, probably the last one. Is your system compatible with all of the corporate encryption infrastructures? Because there are many out there, and you have to be compatible with them so that you can like single sign-on and everything. So does it work with all of the existing corporate infrastructures? There are many.
I thought about the single sign-on, but my first goal is to implement the only cloud encryption gateway for public cloud storages. I will start from Dropbox. These are the further steps.
Okay, thank you, Aram. So the next speech is Pinner and Solo Learn, get ready.
Hi everyone, my name is Arsene. I'm the founder of a mobile app named Pinner. So let's think a moment. How much time do we spend on online social networking? Some surveys show that we spend almost 1/4 of our life on online social networking. I think you may agree that this number is really huge, and with younger generation it will increase and increase. What we're gonna do, we want to come up with a single mobile app which will encourage more real-life interactions. let's see how we are going to deal with this. There are three main uses of app which will encourage real-life interaction. First of all is completely innovative approach of geo messages. What does it mean? You are leaving geo message on a location and your friend will be able to open the content only when reaching to that specific location. Either you have discovered an interesting nook in the middle of nowhere, or it is extreme slope, you want to challenge your friend to ski down, or it's a delicious food you want to, your friend to try. Just leave a geo message and they will relive the same moments as you had. Our next feature is meetings. For how many times you have been waiting for your friends or colleagues to show up in a meeting? Just create a meeting with Pinner and you may track your friend's arrival on a real time, so you'll be able to manage your time accordingly. Next one is meet new people. Either we are, I don't know, in a big festival, or it's football game, or we are hanging out somewhere in your favorite district. You would like to, maybe you would like to find people with similar interest in your close vicinity. Put a visibility radius and you maybe interact only with people in provided vicinity. As a dashboard, we are providing approximate distance of your friends, so you may use your chance to hang out with them or drink a coffee. We have lots of direct or indirect competitors, but I would like to highlight two main advantages. First of all, we have unique approaches of already existing solutions. And second one, we are combining and getting some consolidated idea in contrary what existing systems are do. They are sticking to one idea each. Our business model is simple and evolving to 35 billion market by 2015. Users will get push notification from local businesses while passing near the shops about their promos and
time's over.
Thank you. This is our team. And
5 minutes for Q&A.
Yeah.
So how do you aim to get users?
Sure.
How?
I think we need strong marketing campaign. First of all, I think we have little advantage here as app has gamification component. So we can make lots of real life promos, like to go somewhere, some big gatherings.
You mean marketing where? You mean on Google or where do you want to market?
I mean really in campuses or...
you mean the display or direct sales or...
Location, you mean where geographically?
You mean on campuses. What are you going to do on a campus? You're going to put people, give out flyers or a banner?
Some events organized in campuses may be created by this, or geo message itself while you download first time. The first thing, it can be send all contacts geo messages in some interesting place to attract them involved.
So regarding one more question before I head out to the other people, regarding monetization, do you have a good idea about how to monetize this?
Yeah, my business model was actually geo ads to sell premium accounts to local businesses as soon, of course, as I had user base.
So you would be better than Foursquare in that, right? Because Foursquare actually has a hard time monetizing. You probably know that because you're competing with them. So what would you do better than Foursquare? Or Swarm?
Yeah, Swarm. The first advantage I have mentioned is that we have combined. Swarm is sticking only to nearby friends, proximity, and to use your chance to hang out with them. Yeah, the monetization model is the same. Okay.
So did I understand you correctly when you were listing competition that you said the main added value for you is that you do more? They have specific focus, but you solve all of the problems?
I'm not solving all problems, of course.
So what's the main problem you're solving? Because you would say Tinder was one of the competition. I mean, they all solve very different problems. So what's the main problem you're solving?
We believe that first of all, GeoMessage as an innovation will be our marketing brand, and of course the consolidation of these different ideas, like Tinder is doing dating, Swarm, proximity. Yeah, we are when we see logical coherence among all these features. So.
Okay. Let me tell you one thing. The worst thing you can possibly do as a business is to try to solve a problem for everyone. So that is one that never works. There's always a start focus. Even Facebook started specific in university circles. The second, when I look at this, there's a lot of companies that have tried just the geo-messaging part. A lot of them. So look into this. Look into why they failed. And this might give you an indication as to where you want to adjust. And please focus on a specific customer.
Can you name one, just for example, as GeoMessage? I mean, there are lots of apps.
I could send you a couple. I know there's a Dutch company that were called Places. There was another. There was I think a German company called Stick. I'll send you a couple of names if you come to me afterwards.
Yeah. But you are leaving real content to make their friend to come there. You challenge them to come to exactly to that place. Yeah, it's not just location sharing. It's like challenging or. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay. So hi everyone, I'm David and our startup is in education. So there are a lot of debates on what the future of education looks like, and if you take a look at the current institutional model, it looks like this. So it's basically instructor-centric and it's all about content consumption. So the students consume the content provided by the instructor. And currently there is a shift going to an alternative model which is called open learning, which is student-centric, and it's not just about content consumption, but it's also about content creation. So it's basically the concept of learning as a community, which is proven to be more effective for such areas as, for example, skill learning. So to support open learning, there is a need of an environment that provides all the tools and features necessary for personalized community-based learning. And this is where we come in, SolarLearn comes in. So we offer an innovative, fast, validated, and effective crowd learning platform through mobile gamified apps. And meanwhile, we also track and collect all the data of our learners, so we know who completed which course and how they did it. So I don't think I need to tell you how big education is. It's a huge market. However, the biggest pain point here is the ability to generate revenue. So how are we going to do this? Well, all of our courses are free, and so as we collect the data of our learners, plus their personal profiles, we know how they did, their failure rate, what skills they have. So we see ourselves becoming a recruitment platform in the future, in the long run. And the data that we collect is really valuable to the recruiters. So as an analogy, you can just see LinkedIn, which is making more than 50% of its revenue by selling its data to the recruiting agencies. And our data compared to LinkedIn is more validated and more personalized because we know which courses they took and how they did during the course.
So the competition is big. There are a lot of players in the market covering one or more of the pillars of open learning. So our methodology and business model allows us to position ourselves at the intersection of those pillars and provide a free, fast, mobile, validated, and interactive learning experience to the community. So some numbers, we just surpassed 500,000 downloads without any paid promotion in about 6 months. And we have currently 100,000 active monthly users. More than 450,000 lessons have been completed to date on our platform. And we are growing at a rate of 30% month over month, even 40 last month compared to September. And what's really important to us is the feedback that we get from our users. So we have a lot of positive and exciting reviews posted on the stores, which really proves that the methodology is working. And this is the team that works hard and smart on the project. We got Armenia, who is our PR, and she got us 500,000 downloads without any paid promotion. We got Yeva, who is our edu and business advisor. We have David.
Thank you, David.
Yeah, sorry.
3 minutes.
I got a small demo at the end, but yeah.
Okay, so 5 minutes for Q&A.
I'll take your question.
Yeah, just a quick question. So you said that you will be sharing data, personalized data to the recruiters, right? So if I'm going to take the exam here or learn something using your platform, so I'll definitely not use it if I know that you'll be sharing it in the future with someone else. So how you will struggle that issue, the personalization and privacy issue?
Yeah, we see it this way. As soon as we publish the hiring component, we will encourage the users to subscribe for it. So it will be a different registration. So you need to apply and accept the terms that the data is going to be shared with the hiring agencies. So if you don't do that, then you can just learn freely on the platform, and we are not going to share your data if you are not willing to get employed. I mean.
I see. And so, in your opinion, how you'll be struggling the credibility issue? Let's say maybe it's done remotely, right? So maybe someone else took the exam and something like that. So it looks like the certification that a lot of people are currently doing in online courses. So what's the difference between you guys and the online?
Yeah, so basically we talked to one recruiting agency in New Jersey basically about this, and they said the same thing, that they have a big pain point in validating the data that they get, like CVs of many people who are trying to get employed. So on our platform, it's basically more practice-based. So you write, for example, a real code in the programming course, or you just adjust camera settings in the photography course. So you are really doing something while learning. And we collect all the data. So we know how you did while learning. We know what courses you took. We know how you did in the community discussions, what questions you answered, what did you share there, what content did you create. So this package together is really more valuable than what you can get from the competitors out there. So again, there is a problem that somebody else could do it, but what's the point? I mean, if you're trying to get hired there.
One last question. So, do you prepare the courses manually? So, do you prepare the courses manually?
The courses, okay. So currently we use YouTube videos, so public YouTube videos that are available online. We cut them into small pieces. So you watch bit-sized videos on the topic, and then you go into practical exercises. So each course is prepared by an expert in the field. So we outsource it to an expert in the field who finds the videos and creates the practical exercises. And we got a cloud-based tool to create the content, and it's a really user-friendly, small, content management system, and we are going to open it up to the community so anybody can create their own courses and share it in the future.
Thanks.
So you guys got to 500,000 downloads, which is really, really nice. How did you get there? So how did you do distribution so far?
So it's fully organic through the app stores. So basically people find us through searching by keywords or learn something, etc. on the stores. And so our PR, Armenia, she has posted some articles. We got featured on Product Hunt a few times. And yeah, what we plan for the future, we talked to some guys in Google Play, in the Windows Store, and in the future for the App Store. So they are going to get us featured on the stores as well in the future.
That's important, right? So because maintaining 30% growth is hard, right?
Yeah,
so you know that.
It's becoming more and more harder, yeah.
I know, right. Okay, cool, okay. We still have time. I don't know, any more questions? Or then one other thing for me. So you're saying, So you got people, you want to crowdsource this whole content creation, right? How can you guarantee quality when you get more and more people doing it?
Yeah, there are a lot of case studies how people do it by reviews, ratings, etc. But of course, currently we are doing it by ourselves, so we are validating all the content that the experts create. We have QAs that look through the content, update the content, add new content to the courses. But in the long run, as the community grows, I guess it's going to become a big crowd learning platform where anybody can create content and it's going to get validated by itself.
What's the nearest competitor?
Competitor?
The nearest one.
Nearest, so there are lots of them. I mean, I compare ourselves to Duolingo more, Duolingo, the learning language app. So we are very similar to Duolingo just for skills, not for languages.
Thank you. So the next startup is Vandelion. Vandelion, maybe.
Sure. Better?
Okay, hey, I'm Eric. I'm a member of team of 3, and I'll talk before proceeding to the core. Let's get to the question why. One has to always balance between two things: the risks associated with the travel, and actually the opportunity to see what exactly he wants to see. And what if instead we will have the flexibility without any compromise on the risks or the quality of service provided. The next, when we already passed through the hustle of the bookings and reading reviews, what if we can have it all made in a joyful and playful manner? The third thing that we found out during our study here is that we have a huge power of underutilized power of tour leaders. These are the people who contact and ask for some benefit from tour operators to bring the team. In a nutshell, what we want to have a marketplace of all role players of the tourism industry to collaborate. Of course, the market is huge, but I don't want to go through the numbers right now. What we want to establish actually is to establish a platform for tour operators to put their tours and get instant feedback or receive packages from the tourists. For the tourists, it would be an opportunity to browse based on their interest among the verified operators. If they are not satisfied, they can customize or design from scratch and order it immediately with a real-time feedback and calculations. If they're still not satisfied, they can become the tour leader and sell their idea and get a cheaper price or even a free ride for themselves. And for tour agencies, it's just an opportunity to widen their destinations and still be competitive. These are the screenshots of a website that will be launched in 1 week. It's actually already on the web. And you can see the flow and just one-click customization of all parameters of the tour. Surprised we have competition, but just to keep it short and to read it for you, this will be our core competitiveness is that none of them provide instant customization on their website. As for the investment, we seek $30,000 investment for the first stage to be implemented in 2 countries, and then $200,000 for the expansion in May. We are available on the web, and there's a whole bunch of resources, including the competitiveness study, etc., available. That's it.
Thank you. So, 5 minutes for Q&A, if there are questions.
Build anything?
Yeah, we have already a website up and running. We are now fine-tuning the tour design component, which is the hardest part of it, because we're splitting down the tour into very small manageable components and providing it with a price, etc., etc.
What is the minimum thing that you can make to test if this is going to work, if people actually need it?
It will be running on December 15, and everyone is welcome to try it already.
So it's going to have all these features already, right? Customization of tours.
Yes.
Okay. So how are you going to get people to use this?
We already are starting to be active in social media, and we have professionals working on SEO at this moment already. We have a blog already running and being updated about 4 times a month, from 4 times to 8 times. That's it.
How many visitors do you have on your blog right now?
Mary, how many visitors do we have on the blog?
That is something probably the most critical thing for you to know. To my understanding.
Of course, it's one of the critical things. I'm not watching the numbers on a daily basis because
roughly
we have a staff working for that. We have 4 people working on this.
Do you have any operators that you talk to already?
Yes, we have 3 operators at this moment pre-agreed. Of those, 2 are working on this tour design component.
Okay, what areas is it covering right now? What countries, what areas?
For now, it will cover Armenia and Georgia because we do not want to risk with the quality, and then we will start from the Turkey and the Middle East, and then expand.
Actually, I have 2 comments for good. First, you have to watch your numbers every single moment, and you have to live with your numbers because this is your business, and you don't have to wait somebody to watch it and warn you. So this is my first comment.
Please don't tell us that you don't.
Yeah, exactly. You don't need to know that. So second one, can you open the fundraising slide, please? So you said that actually 200K you need 200K for international expansion. So did you look at the market and did you make a financial projection for advertising and so on? Because 200K is just a 1 month Google AdWords spent for you to expand internationally.
Yes, we have the numbers actually. The numbers actually with me at the moment, so we can have a look on it. For this 200K, we plan expansion to 4 countries with an average cost of expansion about 50,000 per country. But it depends on the type of country. For Kazakhstan, it's a different number. For Turkey and Kyrgyzstan, there are different numbers. So the average is some 50,000 per.
Which countries are you planning to expand?
At the second stage, it will be Turkey, and then Kazakhstan, Kyrgyzstan, Turkmenistan, etc. And then.
Okay, after launching, we will talk with you, and then for the Turkish part, I will help you.
I will appreciate.
Thank you. So the next startup is Rumors.
Thank you. Hi everyone, I'm Usha Gevorkian, and today I'm going to introduce the Rumors. Rumors make the news reading easy. So our problem is well known, so reading news on mobile devices is not comfortable now. So this is the picture very often we see when we open the website on a mobile device. So there are a lot of banners, there are a lot of advertisements, there are a lot of links, but here, for example, actually nothing about the content. So the first improvement we do, and many other applications do, we just remove all this extra stuff and we keep only the main content. We actually do a mobile content optimization, but we keep the reference to the source. So it's still CNN News. But this is not enough. So we noticed that this is not enough because sometimes if you even do mobile content optimization, you will get very large text. So you should scroll and scroll on mobile device to get the content. So we decided to solve also this problem, and the solution is, what about if just we get this text and summarize it, and we keep only the main paragraphs of the content, so you can read and understand what's the behind of the content. And also, what about if we can integrate and we can include different media sources in one application, and even any other custom RSS channel you want. If we all this combine into one thing, we will get rumors. So what we have, what we got, now we have multiple sources in one place. We have clean text, and what's important, we have summarized content. So now you can read, save, and share your favorite news using rumors. Why is it important? The answer is very simple, because there are billions of users reading news on mobile devices. And even I found very interesting survey that shown that more than 50% of newspaper subscribers, they also use mobile device to read news, and even 10% they cancel their newspaper subscription to use the mobile. So even they use the mobile. So it means it's growing. So what's the business model? So we already discussed it. We don't want to remove source advertisement and put our advertisement. We just want to provide a clean content, but keeping the reference to the source. So we just want to create an application user can trust for reading news. And we collect the data, we collect a lot of we collect all the news, we aggregate them, we summarize them, and we collect them and keep in our database. And after, so now we are using RSS channel. So if news media source decided to share that news, only we can read that news. But after, when we have all this data, we got the trustness from the customer.
So the time's over,
okay.
And 5 minutes for Q&A.
All right, we already commented on, like, there was a first pitch, I think. At least you don't replace the advertisement, you just remove it. But there is a reason that publishers have advertisement, right?
Yes.
Okay. So let's not go into this, but like you do realize that removing that advertisement, even though you still have the link to the source, is not really making them happy, right?
It makes happy users,
yes.
And it can make happy media company if we provide them new users and the interest of reading their news.
Look, CNN would love to really deliver clean content without advertisement, right? They would love to do this, but they need to earn money on their digital channels.
Of course, I decided to validate this concept, and I found there are a lot of browser plugins, very popular, like Clearly or Readability. We do something like this without summarization. They provide user clean text. It's very popular, and I think if they are popular, it means it makes something happy.
Okay, look.
Somebody, sorry.
I'm going to make one comment. I have one question. The one comment is, when you talk about data and gathering data, this will only be available if you have a shit ton of it, a lot of data. And even then, this will be a very, very tough business model. That's my comment. My question is, how do you summarize content?
Okay. So there is a text summarization algorithm, and there are a lot of open source implementations.
Okay, let me tell you,
okay,
this doesn't work. I don't know what your experience is, but like I've tried a lot of this stuff, and even if you try Google Translate in terms of semantics, we're still not on a level that you get good summaries, that you get actual good text creation that is automated. It just doesn't work well enough yet.
Then what about if Yahoo just paid $30 million for summarization application, Samly?
Yeah, we know that story very well.
Yeah.
And as you probably know, what happened there was that what it does is it highlights text, right? So it kind of shows you in a text what the important parts are. It doesn't actually create text based on... technology still can't do that, and you need a lot of fundamental research for that. My comment actually was... so we talked about this before, and one of the things is that you're trying probably, apart from the discussion of whether you can technically do this or not, you're actually doing a lot of stuff, right? So it's a reading app, it's summaries, right? It's a publishing platform. It's, I think that, if you want to have a product, you should choose one, right? There is a market for reading apps. There is a very, hot market for summarization technology, which is really hard. And you have publishing platforms, so apps that push news and stuff. So which one of the three are you, or if you're that good, how can you compete with those that only do one thing? So what's your magic sauce?
So actually, let me just show one side, and I hope it will answer your question. So actually, I want to create a next generation news reading system, and I decided to take that risk and include all that stuff in one application. That's the idea of Rumors. I don't want to create just another application for reading RSS or...
But look at it this way. What if you create a really good application just for reading news? With that application, you have like millions of users, and then you can give them extra value. Or, for instance, summary, if you can make it work, which we doubt. I doubt. Or then you can sell that to publishers to actually show their news without advertisements, which is once again very hard. But it's, this is not a question, this is feedback. It's probably much easier to compete with only one thing and make it better than the rest, and then add features. Much like Facebook did with photos and all kinds of other things that they did. But in the beginning, it was just a, social network with statuses.
Okay. Thank you.
I just barely saw your team slide. Is this a one-man show?
Yes, and this is the one reason now I'm here. I started this project alone. I'm senior software engineer, and I'm looking for junior members for my team, so we can. Now I proved the concept on Windows mobile platform, and I want to keep it up and build for Android and iOS. And also, I need more PR and marketing.
Do you want to have a co-founder or someone else to help you out with this journey?
Sure.
Probably last comment just to support the idea that summarization is probably the most craziest idea about this application. My former company, when I worked for like 20-something years, was doing research in semantics for 15 years. And in 15 years of heavy research involving like 200 people in professional linguists, we are not there yet with summarization. So it's not gonna work like that, like a magic, for like many years ahead. Just for you to know.
Okay, thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, Moshe. Thank you, Moshe. So the next startup is you dropping.
Hi, my name is Tigran. I'll present you Udropin startup project where you can find best entertainment place based on your needs and stay in touch with it. The cool thing that online catalog is brings that every person who has access to the internet can write a review from that online catalog to local businesses and share that information through the internet. And the horrible thing is that every people accessing by the internet can write a review and share it through the internet. That means that you are actually giving a review to nowhere. Your review actually belongs to online catalog, and it can hide or remove it if it's not profitable for him. That is not hypothesis before, because there are a lot of publications and news translations that proved the concept that the online catalogs except Yelp and TripAdvisor are getting a lot of money through the local businesses to remove bad feedbacks and bring for them good generated feedbacks. And the problem for customers is that they are actually reading the good reviews and they actually don't know if that review is true or it's generated by paid reviews. And the problem from local business is that they are losing more than 51% of their customer based on that online bad reviews. That's why they are paying to online catalogs to bring them good reviews to not losing their business. So we will providing the solution that will help local businesses and customers bring together and build more successful businesses for local businesses, which will include online catalog, which very magnified features as it is working now, the real-time communication features between online catalogs, between customers and local businesses, where local businesses could get more valuable feedback from customers and understand what they need. And the last one feature is keyword-based search, which will help customers to search more smart and faster way and find their entertainment place or local business based on their needs and just type keywords. So actually we are combining best available features from huge online resources. Yelp is a huge online catalog and getting the best thing that they are huge online catalog. The Facebook is a real-time and huge communicational system that proved their concept and
Time's over.
Search.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Well, the time is over, but I didn't get the point. So the question is, in short, like an elevator pitch in 30 seconds. What do you do?
10 seconds. What does it do?
We are giving a real-time communication to local businesses that they can communicate with their customers and understand better what they need. Not just reading reviews that they are leaving from online catalogs, because that reviews belong to catalog and the people not giving real review to local businesses. They are giving to.
But isn't that the point of? I mean, the point of platforms like Yelp and TripAdvisor is to give information to not to the customers or to the hotels, but to other people who might, who are interested in the product, right? Yeah. So I'm looking for a restaurant or a hotel, and I want to read reviews. It's not nothing. The product doesn't serve any purpose between the old customer and the hotel. It's about me, the new guy.
Yeah, and the problem for you is that you are actually reading a review and you actually don't know if that review is real or it's generated by paid review.
Okay, so that's interesting, but that changes the story a little bit, right?
Yeah.
So it's not anymore about customer communication, vendor communication, right?
No, our point is to that customer could communicate to local business directly. He don't need to leave a review, and that's all. He need to.
Now we're going back to the old thing. So if it's about me, the new customer, about customer lead generation, right? So you want your hotel, you want me as a customer. That's one thing. And then there is maybe a problem. Maybe you're right. There's a problem about paid reviews, but it's not about the relation between someone who already stayed there and the hotel. That's a done deal, right? So I think what you're saying is interesting. You should focus on the other thing. It's not about the old customer. It's not about contact between the customer and the hotel. It's about how do you provide objective reviews to generate new customers, right?
Yeah.
That's what it is. Okay.
And the point is, you basically are solving the problem, to my belief, which is not there for most of the world. It's probably there with some ugly, harsh restaurants and bad hotels where you communicate back your problem and nobody listens to you. But in normal conditions, like hotels and all of the normal organizations that are really worried about their customers, they do provide lots of means of communications back to them. And my belief is that the customers are writing these negative reviews only because they want to voice their concern on an open platform that is open for everybody, so they can press this business to particular steps. And it's not one-to-one communication, right?
Yes, and our platform is also open platform, but in our platform you can see that the local business answered for your bad response, and you can came back to him, and if his services go to good, you can change your feedback, and all that visitors will see that the local business responded to you and you change it your mind. That will give local business to more customers, that people understand that local business are involving and talking with his customers, because that is the key feature of business.
I'm sorry, maybe it's my bad, but I still can't get it. You know, what are you doing different than TripAdvisor? So I already do whatever you say on TripAdvisor and Yelp. I can comment, they can comment me back, and then I can comment again that they still do shit or they don't do shit anymore. So what's the point now?
The point is that the comments that you are receiving, you are not receiving from local business. You are receiving from the people who are registered as local business.
No, I'm receiving comment from the local business itself, because this guy has his TripAdvisor account, and then he's watching. If he cares about his customers, he watches his comments, and then he comments back to the customer. Just make a good search on TripAdvisor, so you will see that.
Actually, there are only managers that commenting. The actual local business don't have their profile, and that is their business model.
But just very good point. Even they don't have a profile on TripAdvisor, so you want to convince them to have a profile in your platform, right?
Yeah.
Good luck.
You should also take a look at BBB.
Thanks.
So the next project is the malls.
Hello, everyone. Oh, too loud. I'm Marek Petrosyan, founder of eMalls, and we want to make a software that is a marketing software for malls and stores in malls that will bring real value to customers of those stores and malls. So the problem, stores want to do target marketing. They need people to marketing. And malls have huge potential to be the place where people come with money and they want to spend it. And customers, on the other hand, want reliable and up-to-date information to make their choice, buy something or not. So we want to bring a solution for stores and malls that will satisfy customers. So what's the solution? It's a platform for stores. And we want to build an application with web platform which will allow stores to put their information about sales, about news and general info, and that will be seen on the application that customers would use. So we would charge for news, for notifications from stores, and customers would get up-to-date information that they care. So what's the opportunity? 85% of shoppers use their smartphone in store. So market. We have already talked to 2 malls in Yerevan. Yes, there are 2 little numbered, yeah, 2 malls. But there are more than 100 in Moscow. And we have some connections there. But talking to these 2 malls, we learned a lot. At first we said, oh, give us some few million dirhams and we will make it for you. But they said, oh no, you have no experience. So we need something cheaper or make it free for us. And we decided to change our business model. So today we give them free application, free for everything, and customize it for mall. And we get money from stores. And every store gives only a little amount in comparison what he receives. Revenue model, as I have already told you, free official app for mall, free mobile app downloads, promotions info is paid, push notifications, and banner slider. This revenue model can be changed as soon as we get more better company that everyone will know us. But at this moment, we think that this is the best way to go into market and to have some portfolio. Team, this is me and David, web and competitors and timeline.
Time's over.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, so retail is a really competitive business, and it's fairly dialed in when it comes to email marketing. Like, for instance, look at every store in the mall. They have their own email list. They're hyper-targeted. Most of them still use catalogs. Why would I then also pay for an app that's not going to target my target audience?
Okay, thank you for the question. And at first, I would like to say that in Armenia, most stores use SMS marketing, not email marketing. And SMS, the lack of SMS marketing is that users cannot customize it. For example, in our application, there is a tool that they can mask all notifications, and that would not be disturbed. And SMS doesn't give this. Besides, we go forward, and SMS doesn't work anymore. It's past, and someday it will be changed. And we bring this solution to malls which are innovative and which want these kind of things. And I thought also to marketing managers of these malls, two malls. They are quite interesting. They talk to their customers, and for example, one mall wants this model that they pay nothing, but the second mall is interested that they pay a big amount of money and they do business on their stores. They sell the application to their stores. So it's and as long as we are small, we can bring customized solutions to every mall to understand their marketing department, what can they do, and bring our solution better for them.
Okay.
So you did your market research. So you say that you have 102 potential customers in this geography, right?
Yeah.
So how many stores in average in every single shopping mall? Do you know that?
In Armenia, there are more than 100 in both of them.
In every single one?
Yeah.
Okay. And in Moscow?
In Moscow, it's more than 200 in every single mall.
Okay, let's say 150, right? So how much do you charge per store per year?
Per year. There are three different monetization ways. For one, we charge 12,000 dirhams. It's just they put their promotion info. I can show also the application to you.
Just the revenue model.
Okay.
I'm just trying to find the size of the market.
It comes to, okay, it's 12,000 dirhams that every store pays. There are also notifications price that it's 5,000 dirhams for month, and also banners that are seen on the first page. That's 20,000 dirhams per month. So annually from these two malls we can get over 2 million dirhams. That's too little money, but as we just start, we make our software, we get customers who understand what they want, we go farther, and in Moscow that charges will be much more.
You know, I'm asking this just because as far as I see the market for you, if you are the dominant and you get all the 100% of this market, you will earn $5 million per year. So
$1 million?
$5 million per year you will earn if you have all the 100% of the market. So this is a utopia. So let's say 10% of that, which means half $500,000. That you say that you will earn when you finish all the growth phase of your business.
But look, in Moscow, we are not going to charge malls these prices. That prices are for Armenia.
Okay.
There are maybe 10 times more because malls are bigger, malls are more rich, and that's okay. We just start here. because we can't afford us to go to Moscow and start doing business there. It's more comfortable to us for us to check our business model here and go after that.
So you will have different pricing packages.
Sure,
and
for
then
sure.
you definitely need to have some other services that you can sell, right? For example, SMS sending is a good service that you can send it. You can sell it to the customer as a upselling and cross-selling opportunity.
Yes, to think about it, and we want to make all that package.
Yeah. So one last comment before the time runs out. It's interesting business. Many malls in many countries have apps through which they offer discounts. I remember there was one mall somewhere, I don't remember which country, that was India or something, where you had to download the app to get the Wi-Fi password for the mall, which sort of doesn't make sense, right? But so it's a trick that people use a lot. This, very interesting business. This is actually not a traditional startup in the sense that this is a services business, right? You even said that yourself at some point. You said customized solutions.
Yes.
It's very realistic. You can do this. I'm pretty sure this can work. It's just not exactly, it's not really a product, right? So keep in mind that this is not a product. Even if you start with something like an app, but it's still very customizable. Markets are very different. Dynamics are very different. But it's otherwise, as long as you know that, I'm sure this can make some money. That's probably not a problem.
The very, very last comment. Please reorganize your pitch. It was nowhere close to a pitch. No numbers, long story about what you did wrongly, and the very central part of the pitch was actually about your problems, not about your solutions. That's not the pitch.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. So the next is Fanbox.
Okay. You good? Okay. Hi everybody, I know you're tired, but please bear with me for this 3 minutes. So I'm Mana and I'm going to be representing Fanbox. What is the problem in movie watching today? First of all, finding a movie that you want to watch. Usually you just go searching the web or you ask your friends or relatives, what movie should I watch? And once you decide what to watch, finding that movie online in this region is pretty problematic. So what happens is that if you watch about 3 or 4 movies a week, and you spend 20 minutes before every movie for search, then you're wasting 170 days of your life for movie search. Second problem that we have is that movie watching is not interactive. That is, there is no social way to watch movies. You can go to the cinema, but that's about it. If you're, for example, in 2 different countries, you can't watch a movie together. I mean, you can through Skype or so, but it's pretty complicated, as you can see in the comic. So because you have to pause and start at the same time. So what is Fanbox? Fanbox is a social interactive platform that allows you to watch movies as well as have discussions, gather information about movies in one place on any device at any time. So what we are is that our platform, if you sign up and you have your friends or you mention your interests, and our platform will automatically suggest movies for you to watch, as well as it can suggest you some forums to participate in, considering if you like certain directors or actors or so on. It can also suggest friends that we think you would have a lot in common with. Secondly, we have the group watching feature. That is, you can connect from any corner of the world and you can watch a movie or a TV show or maybe a football match with your friends. That is, and you can watch it together at the same time. So our business model, just like in the market, it's pretty simple. You either pay for the movies through monthly subscription or you just buy movies, or you get free movies, and that is, we get money from advertising because other companies will pay us to advertise. So our market, although we're starting with Armenia as our test market, we're planning to enter Russia and eventually CIS markets. And just to give you the idea, this is the number of online movie watchers in Russia alone, and it's about to double in the upcoming 3 years. Also, this is the market in US dollars, so as you can see, it has a lot of potential and opportunity. Our competition, there are similar things, especially in this region, in CIS countries. But what truly makes us different is the group watching feature and the fact that we're not only movie info and watching
Time's
movies.
over. Thank you. Thank you. And questions?
Okay, I'm interested on how you're making these recommendations. Predictive analytics is really challenging and extremely expensive. What platform are you using? What technology?
Right now, we're working on it. We are about to launch the website this month, by the end of this month. But what we're thinking about is that people can enter not their just general interest, but for example, the movie genres that they like, and maybe through occupation. For example, if I don't know, if I work in IT, maybe I want to see the Facebook movie, or so on. So it kind of like have the algorithm.
Yeah, so here we have, again, this story of you doing a lot of stuff, right? So a lot of different things that you're trying to solve. The whole movie recommendation business, that's pretty much IMDb, right? It's a whole community built on recommending movies.
Yeah.
Shows times, trailers, you can see the rankings, all that stuff, right? And that's a business on its own. It's a big business. This whole group watching thing, we were just joking here, but basically, remember what I said before you guys started pitching, is try to be very specific as you can. What you guys are doing is Google Hangouts for movies, right? If you just say that, you can like skip 1.5 minutes of your pitch. It's like, Google Hangouts, but for movies. The more serious kind of comment that I have, licenses. Have you guys figured that out?
Yeah, so because we're starting with Armenia as a test market, we're starting with the whole Armenian, we're aiming at Armenian diaspora as well, especially outside of Armenia. So we already have agreements with a bunch of Armenian studios, and we have the movies, and we're uploading them now. We also have an agreement with an Armenian channel, and that is not only for Armenians here, but also abroad. And right now we're concentrating on that, and in the future we're talking to some companies in Russia about licensing and getting movies from them.
Actually, I 100% agree with the idea because group watching is the thing here. Maybe Bill Gates and his wife were living in different cities, and they were going to the movies separately in each city, and then they were talking about the movie later on the phone. So this is the thing that you must focus from my point of view, and also your energy is very good. Keep it going. Thank you.
Thank you.
I actually wonder, have you validated the movies, like the group watching part? Because I definitely believe in the part like people want to talk about a movie afterwards, but like whilst watching a movie, I don't want to see other faces. I want to see the movie. I don't want to be distracted. And then the question is, what's added value of just having a hangout on the site? Why do you want to build a whole platform where the movie business is one of the hardest, music and movies, the hardest business you can be in. To build a platform like this is going to be tough, to say the least. And then you have the one feature that will make a difference, and I really wonder whether that's a feature I want.
Personally, I don't think the group watching is the only feature that makes it different. I think it's also more the fact that it's interactive, having discussion forums and so on, so you don't have to go on IMDb, and then find the movie and then go and talk about it. So you can do all of that in one platform. I think that's one of our actually advantages as well. But about group watching, it is not as much about movies. It is, but it's usually, for example, people want to watch programs together, or football matches, because it's such a group thing to do, and sometimes when they're not able to do it physically together, they want to do it like in a...
So that's what I would focus on then. I would ditch all the movies, then I would focus on a specific segment, also for a specific user base.
Okay.
Yeah, I completely agree with that, because when watching movies, so definitely I would not like to see some faces. But so a new idea came up to my mind, is that I would rather pay you if I was able to upload my own video footage and watch it with my friends. Let's say I have a school video, something like that, and I say, hey guys, let's take a look at it. So this is very interesting, and I think so there is a potential up there. So you should explore
All right,
that.
thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. And the next pitch is Hero Locator.
Hi everybody, I'm Artavast and I'm going to present to you our project which is called Hero Locator. So, a couple of simple questions for the beginning. Who of you here loves traveling? I guess everyone. And who of you loves watching movies? And again, probably everybody. Okay, thank you. So now imagine a situation, you're in Paris, you're traveling and you desperately want to find that wonderful cafe from Jean-Pierre Genet's Amélie. But it's not that easy because Paris is huge, cafe is small, you don't know the city, etc. Or you're in New York walking around and just want to check out what film was shot right on the corner that you're standing in. And that's not easy either. So this is when you should use Hero Locator, which is a travel application with a worldwide database with the real-life locations somehow related to the fictional film characters. Interesting fact, over 100,000 people visit every year Austria just to be in the locations from the legendary musical The Sounds of Music. So this happens because such places are like bridges between real life and the fictional world. Hero Locator, the map that shows you the nearby locations from some of your favorite movies, like the bridge from the Woody Allen's Midnight in Paris. Why do we think it will work? Because except for the Sound of Music numbers, we have such kind of statistics, like over 700 million people go to America and Europe every year, like tourists. We have more than 35 million active moviegoers only in North America. So this is who is going to use Hero Locator. Business model. It's a freemium model, which is most optimal for us and the less annoying for users. They can find in-app purchases with this model. We will have Amazon affiliate program participating and context ad for movie-related products in the profiles of the locations. We have competitors, both in the web and mobile market, but there is a couple of big differences. One of them is that all of these products show locations where the movie were shot, while Hero Locator is showing the location from the plot of the film. Like, that's why we can't have any Star Wars locations, because Jedis did nothing on the planet Earth. But that's better. And they poorly use the social network element, which will quite strong appear in Hero Locator. We already have a Facebook page with daily updates with different locations.
Time's over.
And
Time's over, and let's go through Q&A. If there are.
So how do you get the information in there? It's so manual. So a new movie comes out, and you got someone who has to like create these locations on a map where stuff happened, right?
Mm-hmm. We still have a lot of things to do with the previous movies shot well, like previous 100 years, and watching for the new ones.
How do you think about distributing this, right? So how are you going to make people download it?
The application. First of all, through social network, like promoting it in Facebook and other things. Profile media, technical, and maybe even more through field-related medias, not technical.
Okay, that's hard anyways, but how are you going to monetize? So when many people are going to use this, then advertisement?
Yeah, advertisement and in-app purchase. Like one of the purchases is offline map storage that you can use in, like, many cities don't have Wi-Fi and so on. Like, you can download it in the airport and then use it whenever you want.
Actually, my comment is about monetization, so you have to think a little bit more about the revenue model, because I don't think I will use this app. So this is the idea.
That's already a good thing. Yeah,
the idea is good. Yeah, I will use it, but I will not pay for it.
Okay.
That's my point of view. And you need to find something that I definitely need to pay. I don't know what is that, so think about it. And the second comment from me is the name. So Hero Locator. From my point of view, it didn't tell me that this app is to find places seen on the movies. It just tell me that where to find Batman, for example.
Okay.
Am I in the Gotham City or not? That's it.
Okay, we'll think about it. So yeah, thanks. Nothing else? Okay, thank you.
Thank you. And the next is go to.
Okay, guys, feeling fresh and happy? Nice. More than 1 billion people traveled to the foreign countries last year. 50% of these people use the internet to plan their trip. But actually, how long does it take for you to plan a trip to a new destination? To browse tons of websites, trying to find the places you want to visit, trying to understand the events you want to participate, and trying to understand how and how long it will take for you to go from one place to another. Look what it takes for you to plan a trip to a new destination. So why do you need to settle on a fragmented web trying to find all these pieces of information and link those pieces of information all together and spending lots of hours on this? And to answer this question, we came up with the idea of GoTo. GoTo is an online guide that generates a travel route based on the tourist preferences and based on the visit time frame of the tourist, just on one simple click. What you do, you just type in the destination you go, you define the dates of your travel, you define your preferences, and hit one button. What it does, it generates an optimized route for every day of your visit to this destination. We actually plan to focus on the individual travelers that plan their trip on their own and do not want to spend money on the travel agencies. And as you know, the travel market is huge. And this is how we actually plan to target our audience. And I believe we'll gain our audience because, yes, we do have competitors, but we do have our niche. We have our innovative functionality that no one else has. And we actually suggest one place to plan your whole trip to your destination. We're planning to get income from targeted advertising of the services nearby the route. We also plan to integrate our platform with booking services and share their revenue with these booking platforms. And right now we're looking for $145,000 to release an enhanced version of our portal and develop a mobile application and do a big marketing push and go to the global market. We're planning to release our first version in December this year, and we're planning to do a proof concept in Armenian market and then go global. Thank you very much.
Well, the application is nice, but how do you deal with reality? I mean, the roadblocks, the theaters closed for a particular day because of some reason, the hotel not really having good conditions and having bad reviews. How do you deal with all of that?
With bad reviews? Yeah. You mean the reviews that user rate certain hotels and certain places?
TripAdvisor, for instance. Do you really take data from TripAdvisor, from Booking.com?
No, actually, in terms of rating or in terms of places,
What kind of data do you mean?
Well, you said you are getting the optimized route, but optimized means at every particular point, I do get the best conditions, right?
Yes.
I do the real best road. I do get the real best hotel. I'm sure that while they say this zoo is operating every day of the week, they are not closed for this particular date because of some ugly reason, and so on and so forth.
When I'm saying about a best route, I don't mean hotel itself. I actually mean attractions and events that user wants to see. So basically, if you see on the example, we have, for example, Matanadaran, Museum of Parajanov, we have, Svartovsky Cathedral. So it's the route of the places that a person wants to see and the events he wants to participate. It's not about hotels itself.
How do you know what I want to see?
Because you define it here.
Do you have a button for startup events as well?
Come again?
Do you have a button for startup events? Because that's usually the only thing I see when I travel.
Oh, sorry, just didn't get it.
Seriously, the tastes, so the travel preferences of people are endlessly more granulated than just music or just museum or what have you, their history or theater or food or. That's the reason all these apps like Yelp and Foursquare and all that stuff exist, because people actually have very different tastes, right? Anyways, question for me regarding revenue. How is this going to make revenue?
Since we're defining this route for each tourist, there will be services nearby this route like food, entertainment, hotels, place to see, because we have an example for Yerevan here, but actually a person can travel in a week throughout Armenia and etc. etc. So we're going to do a targeted advertisement. So
ads. Okay.
Yes,
advertisement. So in the travel industry, like 90% of the revenues are made from commissions on hotels, right?
Yes,
so sites like Kayak and all those guys, they don't make any money on the flight tickets because that's impossible. So hotels is a very large chunk of those numbers you just showed are from hotel bookings, right?
Yes,
so the problem there is that everyone is trying to make money off hotel bookings, right? So if hotels are more easy to book via Kayak or Booking.com, it's going to be people are going to do that instead of doing it via your app, right? So
yeah, that's true. That's why we're planning. We're not planning to create our own booking platform, but we're planning to integrate with the existing booking platform. So we're not trying to replace Kayak or Expedia.com. We're actually planning to cooperate with them. Thank you.
So now there is the presentation of the last startup, and then there will be a 10-minute jury deliberation, 10 minutes. And in 20 minutes, starting from now, we are meeting here for the closing and award ceremony.
Hi everyone, my name is Harut and I will present you our fun project which is called Adventus. First of all, I want you to be honest yourself and just remember how many times we met and sympathized somebody in public places, for example in bars or in cafes, and we didn't do anything. Yes, it's a problem because majority of people avoiding to approach and to talk and make relationships. Someone shames, someone have a lack of spirit, they think that that person have boyfriend, or probably they will get a slap, or they will be rejected. So it will be great if it will be great if we will know who is open for datings at particular places. Problem. Solution. That's why we introduced our mobile dating application, which called Adventus. It's very easy. You come in place, for example, you come in bar, check in there, and you can see who is open for datings. You can browse them, you can
contact with them via application, or just you can find them without application. Our market is huge. Only last year, only in US, about 33 people, adults, used mobile dating applications and website, and annual revenue for this sector equals $2.2 billion. And top of that, if we add the statistics which shows that in US about 70% people visit public places, entertainment places, 3 times a week, so market size will be increased. We have huge players, huge competitors, and they all have a huge user base. For example, Tinder have about 10 million daily users. Swarm is a check-in application, but our advantage is we provide real-time dating function. You check in there and you can see who is open for dating around you. And our other advantage from other dating applications is that they have difficulties from monetization, but the business plan is simple. We will focus on mostly B2B. We will collect data.
And if there are questions and answers, thank you.
So I think you just said that you differ because you do real-time geolocation, but that's exactly what Tinder does.
No, Tinder provide a suggestion around you, for example, 30 kilometers, 40 kilometers, but
yeah, you narrow it down. You can find someone within a kilometer.
With our application, just check in, and you can see who is open for dating because they are checking too. For
what's the difference with Tinder, geolocation-wise?
And we connect people only in places. Only in places. Tinder they connect people based on range. Or the same city, they.
I could pull up my Tinder right now, and he could too, and we would match without checking in. Like that's what geolocation tagging does.
Yeah.
Actually, checking in is an additional effort. So Tinder does without it, which makes it better. And the second thing is that this app will only work if it is already viral. So there are many people around you that uses the same app. Without that, there is no use. You'll run the app. There's nobody else. So you are not meeting with all of the people that are willing to date. You are meeting the people that are willing to date and are users of your app,
yes.
Which narrows it down in many cases to just 1 and 2 potentially, or 0. And how are you going to get the viral effect?
Look, if you use Tinder, if you use Tinder and you are in particular place, you can see suggestions, but you can't exactly know this person is at the same place.
I know that makes it potentially possible to use a viral effect, so that you can potentially date in a city using Tinder.
Yes.
And if there are 10 people in a city, the viral effect will start working. In your case, the viral effect is going to 0, because if it's just based on the check-in in a particular place, in most, like 99% of cases, there'll be 0 people in the same place using your app. It narrows down the potential usage at this particular place. So that makes it for a much harder viral effect, right?
Mike? Okay, so look, I get what you want to do, and I get the reasoning. There's a reason also why Tinder, the narrow down of Tinder is limited. I think the minimum is 1 kilometer. There's a reason, because people like to stay anonymous. if you already see the picture, you do not want others in the same place to see who you are if you do not want to match, right? So there's a reason why Tinder is doing this. There's a reason why other dating apps try to keep this anonymous element in there, because people have a limit in terms of privacy of what they're willing to put out there. So I'd be very careful with this. And on the other side, I would say be very careful in the dating space. It's massively crowded. I mean, there's other very crowded spaces as well. But as mentioned, this is going to be extremely difficult to pull off, to say the very least. So right now, I think there's no competitive advantage whatsoever. And the privacy element is something you should really take into consideration.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you everybody. Thank you for being here. Thank you the jury members. So in 10 minutes we are meeting here to do the award ceremony of all 3 events which were in Gymri Technopark. In 10 minutes we are meeting here.